Hello and welcome everyone to this time and space with Magic Maree and Jasper. So this is another special episode that we all get to catch up and just talk through some of the things that are maybe happening on Earth at the moment with frequency, with vibration, and with ourselves, like questions. What's been happening in life? Do you need help with things? This is a beautiful place to be able to write those questions up and have them looked at. So we're building this beautiful community together. So the first thing I want to do though, before I actually start, is a ritual. It's something that we don't do enough of in life, I feel. Yet it can be very important because it really sets the scene and the tone for what is to then unfold. So today what I'm choosing to do is one of my favourite things, which is to actually have an intention of bringing through a beautiful high frequency, healing energy, and truth and wisdom from me, from Jasper, for you, from you. So I'm going to do it with this beautiful candle, and you can actually see on the top of the candle is a crystal, and I divinated this, or I actually checked to see which one would be best for the Magic Maree and Jasper YouTubes, and it was lapis lazuli. Some people call it lazuli. So lapis was well known back in ancient times to be worn by the high priestesses because it holds a frequency that helps to support communication through our psychic abilities. It also brings a lot of peace into a situation. So I'm going to light this candle with that intention of bringing through truth, clarity, being able to express it, and peace for us all. So we're just lighting that beautiful candle now. And I'm going to let that just sit there and burn as we're talking today. So the first thing I'd like to do though, before I talk about anything else, is actually run some frequency with you and go through a very short couple of minutes meditation of sorts. Now this is something that can be used at any time through the day before you go to sleep, just to help rebalance. Last time it came up that there was this beautiful gold frequency coming onto the earth. That was through Jasper. And what I've been finding, I've been actually having this come through more and more in healings I've been doing, is that it's actually activating people. So we're releasing a lot of old patterns, old wounds, and it can upset us on a physical level. If we keep our energetic level clear, that can help our physicality to then clear through as well. So today I'd like to take you through a really beautiful heart opening and white light meditation. So when I meditate, I usually make sure that I'm in a really comfortable position. I have my feet flat on the floor, or I'm lying comfortably, and I'm very aware of where I am. I'm very present in this moment. So taking a big breath in will often help us to drop into our body and to be present. So to start with though, I'm going to get you to actually just close your eyes for me. So close your eyes, let your eyes relax, and now take a breath in. And as you breathe in, let yourself drop into your body. And you can feel where you might have some stiffness or where you've actually been uptight. Just let yourself drop. And when I use the words see, sense or feel, if you can't see, sense or feel, that's no problem. Just have the intention of it. So take another breath in. And this time as you breathe out, take your awareness down into that beautiful big heart of yours. And I want you to have the intention or see and feel your heart opening. So that heart chakra is beginning to release any pain, anything that's not of love. Just allow your heart to open. And as that's happening, take your attention to about 6 inches below your feet. That's our Earth Star chakra. With your eyes still closed and fully present in your body, see, sense or feel a white light, a vibrant white light, begin to come up from the core of the earth, the crystalline aspect of our Mother Earth. And as this white light begins to come up, it clears your energy field. Allow this white light to move up through your whole energy field and through your body, releasing any cords, any hooks, any ties, anything that's been draining you of energy. And allow this beautiful white vibrant light to completely flow up through and over your whole body, up to the top of your head. And as this white light continues to come up from Mother Earth, see, sense or feel a light coming through from the celestial body, through from our beautiful Father Sky, our cosmos. Allow this light to come down through the top of your head and again flowing over your energy field through your body, merging with Mother Earth's energy. And at the same time this is happening, just know any dross, anything that is a little bit negative or heavier energy is actually being released from your energy field and allowing you to expand. We're going to keep this going for just another 10 seconds or so. Just allowing that energy, beautiful white light up and beautiful cosmic energy to come down and through, merging. And meanwhile, your beautiful heart is opening more and more to receive this light and love. Okay, so when we're ready, just know this is going to keep running for you. I actually was running frequency with that as well. So when you're ready, just bring yourself back into the here and now. If you need to, you can wriggle your toes to bring yourself back in. Take a breath. And then gently open your eyes when you're ready. So that's a very simple meditative type process that you can do, especially if you've had a hard day or if you're woken up and you're not feeling great. If you run that for yourself, you'll be amazed at how much clearer you actually feel. So that in itself is a ritual. If you begin to do it before you go out into the world for the day, or when you get home from work, it could become a beautiful ceremony or ritual that you do to clear your energy field so that you're feeling better, just like lighting a candle. And with rituals, I mean, our beautiful Indigenous people of every culture had the most amazing rituals through all stages of life. They had a ritual for their children that were going into puberty and then into manhood or womanhood. And they would go out on sacred quests, and we just don't tend to do that these days. But taking the time to have a ritual, set an intention, and be very, very present in that space will actually help you to then achieve what you want to achieve and to feel quite positive about it. So if I'm starting something new, I'll always clear my space, whether I use sage or white light. I'll often light a candle, and I'll have everything set up so I become very present and can channel through wisdom rather than it just coming from my mental plane. Okay. All right, so what I'd like to do now as well is we're going to pull a card again like we did last time, and we're going to ask again what the earth needs from us, or what we are receiving from the earth at this time. And these are the beautiful chakra reading cards that I use to do this. So as I've said before, it's very easy to have a card, to choose a card. The card will often choose itself though. So I tend to shuffle, and if one drops out, then I know that that's the message that we're getting today. I'm already very connected. I've connected into my heart, connected into my divine wisdom, my higher self, to ask for a message from Mother Earth for us. Okay, actually that one's really starting to want to come out. This is quite incredible because when I pulled these just recently in another Magic Maree, it was actually the same card. So there's obviously a lot going on with this card of forgiveness. Now you can't make this stuff up because I'd shuffled them, used them before, and that really wanted to come out. So last time we were talking about forgiveness in the fact that we had to forgive our own souls sometimes for this hard journey we're on. Also Mother Earth, we had to forgive even being on Earth. Some of us didn't want to be here. We're sensitive. We really don't come from Earth. We come through Earth from somewhere else. And it can feel really uncomfortable being here. What I'm getting today, though, is really a forgiveness of Mother Earth for us. And this came through last time as well, about how we've maybe mistreated Mother Earth. But when we look at when we were just talking about ritual, you know, the beautiful Indigenous people of the countries, they would often honour Earth. They would honour the animals and the plants. They were very connected. They would go with the cycles. So it's actually asking Mother Earth to forgive us for not knowing how to do that. And I'm feeling that doing these little rituals, like lighting a candle or connecting in with a tree or doing some white lighting and connecting into Mother Earth, that's going to really help us on our way forward with this healing of a wounding that's been there for a very long time. So you don't make this stuff up. That's the one that wanted to come out. So that's still for Mother Earth. Keep working with that. Keep working with your intention is to love Mother Earth, to ask for forgiveness, and to actually ask her to help yourself to heal your own forgiveness for your soul, for whatever it is that you feel you've judged yourself on. So now I'm going to tune into Jasper, my very special friend. If you've watched my other YouTubes, you'll know that Jasper is a clear quartz crystal skull. He's rutilated, so he does have some Jasper running through him. And he is connected into a deep aspect of the cosmos that's interdimensional. So it's really connected into my energy as well. Everything that we are connected to is an aspect of us. So when I ask questions, I simply get a much often clearer picture, or put in a different perspective to what I can. So I'm going to ask the question again around, let's see, humans. Where are we at within ourselves? And what is our consciousness levels? What's happening with that? So last time there was this gold frequency coming through, and I'm going to ask Jasper to show me what's actually been happening with that and what's been changing because of that. Okay, so I'm just tuning into Jasper. Whew. So straight away I'm feeling this frequency really coming in through my crown chakra, and it is that gold frequency, so it's very much more embedded into our reality. And he's also showing me, if you can imagine, so our consciousness like this, and going through the veil or going through another dimension, there's another, I suppose like another level. It's almost like they're coming to meet each other. So what he's showing me is that as this beautiful frequency comes in, there's a lot shifting that's going to take us to the next level. So again, don't be surprised if you find you have these light body symptoms. So maybe things like you feel a little bit nauseated, or you're really tired, or you've got those heart palpitations, or you don't want to eat at all. That can be because of these big shifts happening. So just run that white light, run that frequency, and you'll find that that will probably help you. And ground yourself. He's also saying take off your shoes and ground yourself. So that will help you to dissipate some of that frequency coming through for us at the moment. It's really high frequency. Okay, so now the other thing that happened is I love it when you guys leave questions. So if you've got some questions, what I do is I divinate to see which ones are going to be most relevant for people that are watching, and what's going to help, I guess, the most of everyone that's on here. I did have a question come through from Erin, and this was around soul contracts. Now, this is quite a big question, and a lot of people have actually asked, well, do we have soul contracts? And so she was asking, do we have soul contracts? And also, is that in relation to things like a twin flame? So there's sort of two aspects there that we'll talk about. So from my understanding, soul contracts, let's have a look first of all before we go there. What's the soul? Everyone has their own perception, own understanding of a soul. My understanding, how I'm going to talk about it, is it's a living spiritual organism, but part of us, for part of our spiritual realm within us, that, let's put it in simple terms, it maybe is like a tape recorder, like a video recorder. So it records everything, but it also carries like a USB, so it can actually put out what it needs or wants to experience. So it does two things. So my understanding is that when we come onto Earth, we may have certain experiences that our soul wants us to have. And a soul contract is when someone else or another soul, another aspect, wants to experience something similar or receive a learning through situations. Now, it doesn't matter often how this happens. You might have a contract with someone through a soul contract, and yet it doesn't happen that way because you've taken a different turn or you've actually learnt that experience in a different way. So that might not even happen. So there could be very well null and void contracts. One of the ways I used to learn to notice when it was a soul contract was if I was particularly drawn to someone. So if I was going, oh my God, why do I feel like I know them? It was often either a soul that I knew or someone that I actually had a contract with. And some people you just automatically don't want to go near. And often they end up being the ones that you do need that soul contract with the most, but there's some fear there. So this is how it can play out. We can not even know why we've turned up in a situation. I don't know why, but I had to come here. And then you meet someone or something happens in that situation that will give you that soul experience, or actually the soul contract can be experienced with that other being. So, and I mean, this is just such a huge, huge aspect in itself that we could do we can do a whole session on this. So part of the other question was, of course, the twin flames. Twin flames, I feel, is really misinterpreted by a lot of people. What I understand of it is that when we come from heaven, when we come from light, it's when we first split from leaving source. So that other aspect of us that splits. It's not always feminine and masculine either. And it doesn't always, if we're going to meet them on Earth, it doesn't always have to be a partner. A lot of people have this romantic idea that our twin flame is someone that we'll have in our life in a relationship as an intimate partner. It's not. It can be a mother and child, or it can be friends. It's actually not relevant. It's what happens and what is experienced with that twin flame in this lifetime. It can be, I feel it's quite rare as well to actually meet a twin flame unless there's a need for twin flames to come together to expand energy, which could well be the case at the moment with what's going on Earth. So there could be a rise in people feeling that they have met a twin flame. Meeting a beautiful partner, usually it's a soulmate, sometimes it's karmic, which means we have a soul contract, and other times it's simply an attraction to that soul because that resonates through our vibration, through our vibratory field, that law of attraction. And we might have already gone through a lot of our soul contracts, and then it's perfect timing to create something on Earth with the soul that you resonate with. So twin flames, I feel, have been a little bit overrated. People that I know that have been in a twin flame relationship, it's often been extremely difficult because it's a fast learning and growing curve. But then once that's actually resolved and they've done a lot more inner work, then they can actually have a beautiful relationship. Whereas I've heard the opposite as well. So I guess it's up to us to decide what it is we understand and believe about twin flames. So, but definitely there's that soul pull when you actually meet someone that you feel you know. So thanks, Erin, for that question. And again, that's we could just do another whole show on that. So, okay, so I think that's probably enough for today. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments and I'll pick them up for the next YouTube that we do or show that we do. And I'm actually going to finish the little ritual by blowing out the candle now, and that helps to close down the energy as well. So remember, take care of yourself, love yourself, be kind to you, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.